Hi, it's Mr. C here. We're going to do our next bit of guided reading. This one's called The Spaceship, and it's level 3C of the Read at Home series. So we're going to do this book in the 4 parts. We'll do a picture walk first, then I'll do a read aloud so you can hear what the story's about, see if your answers or thoughts to the pictures match. And then we'll do an echo read, and last we'll give you a chance to do an independent read. All right, so The Spaceship. The Spaceship. Let's just do a picture walk only, so not worrying about the words, just looking at what's happening in the picture. Talk about what you see and what you think's happening. Now where are they? What's happening here? What are they doing? What do they see here? What's happening here on this page? What's happened here? What's going on? What's happened on this page now? And here on this page? Talk about what you see. What's Floppy the dog doing? Or on the last page, what's happening now? Here's some questions that you can answer from looking at the pictures. Why did Floppy dream about space? How did Floppy feel about being in space? Why did Floppy have to take control of the spaceship? How did he know what to do? Where do spaceships go in space? Where would you like to go? Okay, this time we're going to do a read through the book. Let's see if we can match some of our thoughts about the pictures to the actual words in the story. And I've got my trusty yellow reader here. Here we go. Floppy went to sleep and he began to dream. A spaceship landed. Wow, said Kipper. A real spaceship. An alien came out. I am Zig, he said, and this is my dog, Zog. Let's go into space, said Zig. Oh yes, said Kipper. Oh no, said Floppy. Whoosh! The spaceship took off. It flew up into space. What's that? Said Kipper. Oh no, said Zig. Fireballs. Whoosh! Suddenly there were fireballs all around them. Help, said Zog. Crash! A fireball hit them. The spaceship began to spin around. Zig and Kipper bumped heads. Ow, my head, said Kipper. Oh, my head, said Zig. Floppy saw a very big fireball. It was going to hit them. "Help," said Floppy. "We're in danger," said Zog. "I don't know what to do." "I know what to do," said Floppy. "I can fly the spaceship." Zoom! Floppy flew the spaceship out of danger. "Phew, just in time," he said. "Well done, Space Dog Floppy," said Zig. "You saved us." Okay, we're ready for the next part, part 3. This is an echo read. Remember, Mr. C reads first, and then it's your turn. Floppy went to sleep, and he began to dream. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. A spaceship landed. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. "Wow," said Kipper. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. A real spaceship. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. An alien came out. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. "I am Zig," he said. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. "And this is my dog, Zog." Your turn. Mr. C's turn. "Let's go into space," said Zig. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. "Oh, yes," said Kipper. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. "Oh, no," said Floppy. Your turn. Mr. C's turn, and this is a sound effect word. Whoosh! The spaceship took off. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. It flew up into space. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. "What's that?" asked Kipper. Mr. C's turn. "Oh no," said Zig. Your turn. Fireballs. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Ooh, another sound effect word. Whoosh. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Suddenly, there were fireballs all around them. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. "Help," said Zog. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Ooh, sound effect word. Crash. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. A fireball hit them. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. The spaceship began to spin round. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Zig and Kipper bumped heads. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. "Oh, my head," said Kipper. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Oh, my head, said Zig. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Floppy saw a very big fireball. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. It was going to hit them. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Help, said Floppy. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. We're in danger, said Zog. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. I don't know what to do. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. I know what to do, said Floppy. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. I can fly the spaceship. Your turn. Oh, another sound effect word. Mr. C's turn. Zoom. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Floppy flew the spaceship out of danger. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Phew! Just in time, he said. Your turn. And Mr. C's turn. Well done, Space Dog Floppy, said Zig. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. You saved us. Your turn. Okay, now we'll do a final read, which will be you on your own, just independently reading. Remember, pause this video, go back, rewind it. You want to read through this story over and over again until you can do it perfectly. All right, let's start with the title. Did you get the spaceship? Good. Start with Floppy's name. Well done.